Hello viewers, I'm in a car, a 1900 pound car, a BMW Z3, 2001, 24 years old, 2 years my junior. What the bloody hell happened? I was doing scuba diving content, then I was doing traveling in Indonesia content, then I was doing motorbike content, and now I'm doing car content. What am I doing? Well, it's been a bit of a saga. If you've been following for a while, you'll know that my best mate, Liam, we met when he was vlogging in Vietnam, and we've always wanted to meet up and do more stuff together, and we were supposed to go around Indonesia together. But unfortunately I broke my foot, so I've been stuck at home for 9 months, and he recently flew over because we were both ready to get back out on the bikes and ride. But, well, he bought a bike, then you couldn't get insurance on it. So what was our next best option? Cheap car challenge. So we've both bought rear wheel drive, 20-year-old German sports cars. And we're gonna take them all around the UK. I've got no plans for this. I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm meant to be doing motorbike stuff. I had this idea of the round the world trip set out. So this is just a little sideshow. So for the next month, we're gonna be exploring in the cars, having some fun and seeing the best of British and the weird and wonderful. I hope this is like an ode to a country that I love, to be honest. It gets a lot of criticism and there's not things that are wrong with it, but at the end of the day, it's a very beautiful country and it's a very beautiful place to live, but you need to go out and find it. So that's what we're gonna do. So let me show you the car that I actually bought in all its glory, and talk a bit more about what we're gonna do this month. Let me show you what she looks like. The BMW Z3, 1.9 litres of pure power, 24 years of corrosion, 1900 of my best British pounds. And look who's this. Not the king of the Glazers, it's Liam Richards. What's he got? He's got his own bloody cut price Porsche. There we go. What a beauty. So
what's up, guys?
Improvise, adapt, overcome. We couldn't do what we wanted to on the bikes, but we thought, why not do our own little Top Gear style road trip? So what we're planning is go all around the UK, see the hidden gems, see the weird and wonderful stuff, and I'm going to try and do it on as tight a budget as possible. I'm thinking that I want to do it for about 30 quid a day.
Big ups.
That's not this guy's style. I'm going to make him go camping with me. But yeah, so this was all kind of unplanned. I don't really know what I'm doing, but hopefully you will enjoy following me on this mini adventure, and then I'll be back on the bike soon enough. But for now, we've got a new member of the old family.
You got speakers behind the seats.
Oh yeah, it's the premium version.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
it's the M Sport. That's lit.
yeah, mind the paintwork. I've had her for 3 or 4 days, and I've already had some brainless woman almost crash into me head on, coming way too fast down a single track, and then purposely drive into me. She's actually dented me. Yeah, I'll put the clip in now.
The wheels are pointing straight down the road. No, the other way.
And she's dented the paintwork because she drove into me on purpose. Just unreasonable. I think she was drunk because it was outside a pub, but so if you want to see that clip, that's also on my Instagram if you want to see the full one. So maybe it's a bad omen. The bonnet is stuck as well. So for 1900 quid, I've already got to do 460 quid worth of work on it because the bonnet latches are completely seized. We cannot get it up. That's where these dirty fingerprints come from. But hopefully that's the end of the teething troubles and not the start of them. So excited for the adventure. She's not perfect, but she's a lot of fun. So that's the car. And the adventure proper will begin in a few days. But for now, we're just out for a drive, testing the setup, testing the cameras, and getting back on the road together, making videos together, and having a laugh. So today we're going to Old Sarum. It's an old Iron Age fort. I don't really know much about it. I'm just tagging along with Liam today. But Liam, if you watch his stuff, you'll know he loves old things, old cars, old Roman empires, old castles, old buildings, and old women. But he's going to tell you more about it. And I am going to show you more about just what goes along on the journey. For me, it's not about the destination. It's about what happens on the way there. We have brought along for our road trip a pair of the top spec, China's finest walkie-talkies. Liam, do you want to just say hello to the viewers?
Hello?
To the viewers, a couple of the glazers.
What's going on, Sam? Let's go!
So you'll be hearing from him whether we're in the same car or not. Unfortunately, my China's finest walkie-talkies have already died. So my walkie-talkie's almost dead.
Ah, you couldn't hear me the whole time?
Please check your battery.
He won't let me talk to him. It's just you and me now. My walkie-talkie is completely packed up. But let me tell you about why I actually decided to go for a Z3. Well, first of all, it's because they're pretty cheap. My budget was definitely didn't want to spend more than £3 on a car, and I wanted to get the money back from what I bought when I sell it again once I'm done using it, or at least not lose too much on it anyway. And we wanted an old car, and we wanted a convertible, but it doesn't leave you with that many options. You've got your MX-5, you've got your S2000s, your MR2, your SLK, and then the Porsche Boxster. Well, to be honest, they're all hairdressers' cars, but of all of them, I think I like the look of the BMW Z3 the most. And BMWs, they do have a reputation for reliability. And when I was trying these cars, they've got their own teething problems. Some of them have pretty nasty corrosion and stuff, especially some of the older examples I was looking at. Looked at the one that's 27 years old. But overall, they seem to have stood the test of time. When I first saw them, I never really liked the look of the Z3, but there is something a little bit hypnotic about it. I don't want to come across like a car expert, because I'm not, but there's something hypnotic about it. Just the more I look at it, the more I like it. And what I really love is those chrome shark grills on it. They really, really add to it. And it does help that this was a Bond car. I can't remember which film it was in, like a GoldenEye or Goldfinger or something like that. But it had gold in the title. And this was the Bond car in Atlanta Blue. I looked at an Atlanta Blue one, but that was corroded to corroded to shit. It was this, like completely rusted underneath. This one actually ended up picking up right at the end of the day. Just went to see it just as a last ditch kind of thing. Wasn't expecting to take it home really, but just got a good deal on it. So far, there's no wood in the car, so I'm not going to say touch wood, but it seems so far like it's got good bones, but I don't want to jinx it. This is the 4th vehicle I've ever owned, the 3rd car I've ever owned. So obviously you know I have the Royal Enfield Himalayan. That's not going anywhere, I've still got that one. But before that, when I was living in the UK, I bought myself a Jaguar X-Type, a 2008 2.2 diesel. And that was proper luxury interior. I bought that actually when I was doing lots of driving, because I used to live in Wales, and I used to drive everyone from my local boxing club to and from their fights, all the way up and down the length of Wales. So I wanted something comfortable and a nice cruiser for the motorway. And an old Jag, they always look gangster. So I was absolutely in love with that car, but I let it go when I got my job abroad because I needed the money. My first car ever was a Vauxhall Corsa 1.2. in grey. I think it was a Corsa B or a Corsa C. I love that thing. To be honest, I even wanted to strip it out and use it as a track car, but then my plans changed and I was going to go and study abroad or live abroad or wanted to travel more. I didn't want the liability of having a car. So this is the 4th car I've ever had. I've only ever had used cars. I've only ever had quite old cars. But this is the oldest one I've had, and so far I'm loving it. I feel like a gangster in it. It makes me smile. It's fun in the corners. I've not driven for like 5 years, but it's really nice to be in the car again. If I had to pick, probably I would say that I prefer to be on the motorbike, but I tell you what, it's a hell of a lot more comfortable thing to be in for long distances. It's very romanticised having the top down in a little convertible in the summer. Wind in your hair, and you do get the wind in the hair, but you also get the smell in your nose. And when you're in the countryside, it smells like a hot festival toilet on the Sunday of the festival. When these farmers have been spraying the field, it's pretty pungent. To be fair, I thought it was Liam to start with, but actually, even he can't make a smell that bad. So that's got to be. That is something that's been fermenting in the stomach of an animal for a long time. We have arrived, and I've got a new hairstyle free of charge, and I've also got a semi. Automatic roof, because I need to close the last bit myself, and if you've got a passenger you don't like, ow, I caught my finger in the closing mechanism. And what I was going to say is, if you've got a passenger you don't like, when you open it, you hit them in the head anyway, because the lever is so stiff. So that's a win-win, really. So we have arrived at Old Sarum. Sorry, I'm hungry. Old Sarum Fort, which is one of the many iron/bronze/stone age hill forts in Salisbury, because if there's anything you need to know about Salisbury, it is full of these. But this is actually a very good example of them, and it's just up there, perfectly preserved. We're going to walk inside, although I think it might be last entry. I'm not paying for a ticket. If you've been watching me, I'm not paying for a ticket. Hey, please don't leave. Please don't, he can't run away, but if he runs away, I can't chase him because my foot's also hammered. Please don't run away, because otherwise I don't know anything about why we're here or what's about it. Please, Mr. History Teacher, can you tell us? I need a blue badge on my car. Now tell me about the fort.
All right.
Stop yours.
I'm going to tell you guys as well, so I'm going to give you both a rundown. So it's basically a layered cake for history. So we've got, first of all, Iron Age, roughly built around 500 BC. Pretty interesting. And then the Romans came. A lot of people don't realise that the Romans were here in the UK. Quite marvellous, sir. I don't think the audience can hear you. They can definitely hear me. The Romans came. Not much of this, as we see, is from the Romans, apart from the roads that we drove. They're old Roman roads. Pretty cool. And then after the Romans, they left, and there was a bit of a vacuum suck for power. So the Saxons came over from Germany. There's actually a place in Germany called Saxony, I think, and that's where the Saxons are from. They're like Germanic tribes. They took over with the power vacuum left from the Romans as they left. Pretty epic. Then after the Saxons, who actually minted coins here, whoa!
Someone just lost a game of Jenga.
They made this, the Saxons made this the royal minting area, because the Vikings were raiding the UK at the time. So they actually had their minting here.
And that's mint as in toothpaste, or was it
That's
coins?
toothpaste mint, yeah. First invented by the Saxons. You heard it first from Sam.
Yeah.
Samuel Whiting making history.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Everyone on Love Island does actually have Saxon relatives.
Yeah,
That's
most
why
people
their
would.
teeth are so good. Yeah.
There you go. Facts.
And a Turkish doctor.
After the Saxons, then we have the Normans. The Normans are very, very cool. They built most of what we see today. All of the stone, all of the actual interesting stuff that we see. And also the church. There's an old church over there that's shaped like a cross. I think it's for Mary. I don't know those facts too well.
Never met her.
Yeah, never met her either. I haven't met her either. Virgin, yeah, Mary the Virgin? I forget. Fuck, that's bad. I shouldn't forget that. Anyway, yeah, the Normans were here. And there's a key point that they did. That was William the Conqueror. That's right, William the Conqueror. My name is in his name, W. That's who I'm named after, William the Conqueror. Here to take my land back, my great-great-great-grandfathers. William the Conqueror, basically a Viking. If you've watched Vikings, the show, you know that King Rollo came all the way from Scandinavia, came down, conquered France. France gave him land in Normandy, and Normandy's sort of named after Norsemen. So the Vikings took that land, and then the Vikings from Normandy, northern France, they came across, and William the Conqueror was the great-great-great-grandson of Rollo, which is very cool. And then he took over the UK, and then made this into what it is and made it very popular. Pretty dope, man. History class ended.
I bet you didn't think you were going to get that when you clicked on the video. Are these original?
Yes, they're original.
This is original Saxon woodwork.
William the Conqueror's granddaughter built that.
Really? And did they have wicks back then?
Dude, look how big that is. That is high up.
Heard that before. So obviously I'm not hiding that I don't know anything about this. I didn't even know where it was or what it was. And it's only just over an hour away from where I live. And I think a lot of people get into this thing where they think just because something is close by, that it's not worth doing. And that's what I hope I can show you and me, that just because you are in the UK or just because you are in the country you're from or the place you're from, if you look, there is always interesting things around. And for me, it's not just history, but for me, it's like those weird little things that you notice, you're aware of, but you always never really gave it much thought. And that's what I want to try and kind of show you as I rip around in the Z3. The Saxon's very anti-rock climbing for such a climbable wall. Ah, Liam, your favourite, mate. Back entrance. And that's why they call it the long drop.
The royal prison.
That green architecture, there's some plants down the bottom.
Just checking out medieval castles with the Philippa.
Yeah, wow, that toilet is really fantastic. Yeah, it looks really interesting. It's fake. It's fake. Obviously, it's
Not
fake.
It's humble. It's a real one.
Fake M badge, fake watch, fake friend. A lot of people think, I don't know, I feel like a lot of people think that it's not worth going if it's just ruins, because you feel like, why am I going to pay £9 to go and see a bunch of empty stones? First of all, I don't mind because Liam paid my ticket, but second of all, for me, I feel like it's more atmospheric and it puts you more, it makes you kind of feel like more immersed when it is ruins, because your imagination fills in the gap. I feel like if it was all kind of pristine, you almost wouldn't appreciate it so much, and some of the like history, the mystery of the history wouldn't be there. Oh, do you know that you've just entered this room, which wouldn't have been possible back in the 12th century?
Why?
Well, this room is called would have been a basement room, and you'd have actually had to come up from a lower level, up a different set of stairs. It was called the donjon.
The donjon.
Yeah, not to be confused with Don Juan
Donjon.
or Big Johnson. And it meant lordly house, but because it was the most secure part of the castle, it was then used as a prison. Hence where the word dungeon comes from. Dungeon.
So they got it. This was a prison.
Well, I think it was a storage room, and then up above would have been King Henry II's
This was the castle.
bedroom and dressing table and all that.
That's hectic.
I wonder if he had something in his drawers that vibrated. I don't think they had them back then. Don't ask me how I know all that information. It's not, the signs here are blank. No! What the well? What the welly? This is the well. It says here it's a place to gossip. What if you were ye olde manny, maybe ye olde soldiery?
Yeah.
What would you gossip about?
Probably.
I've got syphilis for the 16th time this week. Oh, you think I keep getting it from your wife? So there you go. That's what I'm going to be doing for the next month. It's a bit different to what I was expecting. It's a bit different to what you're used to, but I hope you enjoy it. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one, my slimes.